What's up guys, welcome back. I've done my best right now to try to surround myself with some of my favorite Nitro RCs right over here, the Tamiya Terra Crusher and the HPI RS42. Now yeah, both are giving me slight headaches right now. If you watch my past video, you would know about the issues I have on my HPI right here. So this video is really going to be about something that I've been thinking about for a while, and the reason I kind of wanted to put this video out there is just to make sure that you guys know the deals right now. I mean, I was just on the Tower Hobbies website and I'm basically like a one-click away from purchasing this RC. Now, I'm really trying to stop myself by surrounding myself with some of these cool collectible Nitro cars, but look at that, you see that? My Nitro engines are just falling out of nowhere just to make sure that I keep myself in line. So, oh man, that hurt. I gotta keep myself online right here. So, the thing is, a lot of these new electric RCs are just so good, but guess what? I have one of them right here, the Losi Tenacity MT. It's still in the box, guys. I have zero motivation to take it out of the box. I just don't really care that much. I have a lot of other brushless RCs, but the deal I got on this was fantastic. But honestly, I'm a little bit upset about it today because I purchased this on a Black Friday deal from Tower Hobbies. It was on basically a quick sale. It was normally $399 RC, and I only paid $250. Guess what? The other day I was checking Tower Hobbies, it's still $250, and now they're throwing in a free lipo and a free lipo charging bag. So you know what? The prices are even better now than they were. The only thing I don't like about the Horizon Hobby RCs in general is they use the EC5 connectors. Now, of course, every brand has their own connectors. You know, you could say that about Traxxas. They use the Traxxas connectors, so they're great. But, you know, if you change a connector and don't use an adapter, you're going to avoid the warranty. So just keep that in mind unless you really like soldering and don't care about that. This is still a great price to get. But of course, when I checked the Tower Hobbies website today, I saw another fantastic deal. This is actually a better deal than I think this was. This is for the Force RC 1/8 scale EPIDEMIC monster truck, ready to run. This thing runs full 8 scale electronics. I mean, it's also bigger. This Force RC 8 scale is bigger than the Traxxas Summit that came out years ago. It is 24 inches, guys. That is huge. The Traxxas Summit is about 22 inches, and when that thing came out, they were like in the low or mid 700 to 800, so that was insane for a brush truck back then. Now the prices are about, you know, 400 used on eBay. So in comparison to the Summit, this Force RC EPIDEMIC is like, it's a bargain. And guys, I want you to really like tell me in the comments whether you want me to get it or not. I am, like I said, one click away from buying this thing right now. $250 for such a high-end, you know, 8 scale monster truck. And I love my monster truck, guys. I don't really like the truggy platforms because I find them to be more or less just buggies with, you know, different suspension and different wheels. I really don't like them in general. I don't particularly also like the 3 differential setup. There is a promo video on the Tower Hobbies website of the Force EPIDEMIC RC driving around, and you will notice that the plastic quality on the front is just insane. Now, just like the plastics on this WL toys are just really, really soft, you know, you could basically bend everything like, you know, any way you want and it will never break. That is one of the benefits, but it's also one of the negatives. Here, it really is a benefit because this is not one of the fastest trucks. I mean, I did have this up to about 32 miles an hour with a 3S LiPo, a small 3S. So not bad, but the Force RC here is rated to do 40. Now at 40, and a lot of that heft and weight from that 8 scale chassis, you know, and the batteries including that, obviously you're gonna have to run a 4S on there. You really want the front end to be firm. If you watch the suspension here, the way it kind of turns and balances and absorbs a lot of the impact, yeah, it doesn't break. but the front suspension is basically bending like a 45-degree angle when you're landing anything. I mean, just take a look at these pictures. The suspension arms are like totally out of whack. Now it looks like it comes back to balance pretty well, but once again, that's just one of those things where it's good and bad. It's good for an RC like this, but it's bad for a larger 8th scale monster truck with a lot of weight to it. But then again, if the price is right, you know what, just get yourself some cool aluminum upgrades, which I personally don't like to use aluminum in suspension parts because there's just generally a lot of binding and they add a lot of weight. I personally just don't like aluminum in suspension arms. Yeah, it sounds like a novel and great idea, but in practice, it basically just is not cool. I also don't like the fact that they're always anodized a certain color, and then the anodizing, any type of collision you might have, it just looks so bad when there's a scratch. So I'll either get like a silver anodized aluminum one, or I'll usually remove the anodizing. There's a way to do it. You can watch it online. People have done it before. I just really like the bare aluminum parts personally. After going to the AMA Expo this weekend, I was really happy to see the new Primal MT monster truck. It was just so phenomenal, guys. 80 pounds. I might be on one of those pre-order lists. We'll see how that is. I'll probably have to sell about 85% of my current RC fleet, but I think it'll be worth it. Either way, seeing that new Primal MT monster truck, and yeah, guess what? I got their shirts. This company, guys, not only do they make great trucks and dragsters, but they make shirts that fit me just the way I like it. I mean, this is a really great shirt. I'm happy to wear it, and thank you guys so much for giving it to me at the show. Seeing that enormous monster truck made me be a little bit nostalgic, and I began to think about those old new era quarter scale trucks that I used to have years ago. And then guess what? Here we are sitting in my old July 2000 issue of RC Car Action magazine. Yep, that's right, I have it indexed and tabbed. So let's open to what we want to see right here. And oh yeah, we have an ad for New Era right here, a currently defunct company, unfortunately, and an ad for this MIP tweak station. Let me give you guys a picture of it here on the screen. It's actually something I have right here. I was surprised to find this. I used to use this years ago. This was a setup station for your 10th and 12th scale touring cars. One of those really cool old products that today you really don't see because nobody uses this. But I used to use it. It was really cool. I have my 10th scale touring car position right here. You could tell there is a level here on the front, and this was used to check the tweak and the weight distribution on your chassis. So you would ideally want to have 50-50 left to right and 50-50 front to rear weight distribution. Pretty hard to achieve because even minimal things like spring preload, camber, caster could affect all of that. But this was a useful tool for, whenever you would experience oversteer or understeer. Obviously, you had to do a lot of testing and tuning. That's something that I used to do years ago. But today, no one really does that anymore unless you're a racer. It's just ironic that me seeing the Primal MT monster truck led me to this MIP tweak station. So what does the actual acronym MIP stand for? I'm going to read it off right here from the ad. It stands for Moore's Ideal Product. I mean, that is just like a perfect metaphor. Primal RC, perfect. Their t-shirt is perfect. MIP tools and setup tools and hardware, also perfect. There it is, guys. That was just a short little interlude. Let's continue with the rest of this video and me bantering. On one hand, I can't be mad because I purchased this Low C Tenacity and now this Force RC is a better deal than I paid for, and they included a LiPo at a certain point in time. I mean, that's good because the hobby's gotten a lot cheaper. In comparison, if you look at this HPI Micro RS4 right here, this is the ready-to-run version. When this thing was new, it was $200, guys. It was $199 from HPI. It's basically a basic, tiny, brushed, kind of touring car chassis. Now you get a whole load of electronics, power, speed, precision, giant boxes for $250. I mean, you can't go wrong. So the hobby has gotten much cheaper. Now, yeah, a lot of these are pretty much Chinese knockoffs that are rebranded with cool names like EPIDEMIC. I don't personally care about the names. But yeah, they really let us get into the hobby, kind of let us experiment. Now, do I hate them? No. But the thing is, I just don't really want any more of them. I have an HPI Trophy Druggie that runs a 4S system. I hate 4S systems personally. So what do you guys think? Are you going to get this? If you are, right now is the time to get yourself one of these. They are fast, they're fun, they're huge. I mean, 24 inches for the EPIDEMIC RC. That is enormous. But personally for me, I'm more or less into a lot of the retro RCs right now. I don't even know if I'm going to unbox this anytime soon. Maybe I'll just leave it in there because I just don't feel like doing it right now. You know, the performance on there, yeah, it's going to be really good, but it's not going to be much better than a basic old Stampede VXL 4x4. Let's just face it. Brushless is brushless. Even when you get the fit scale brushless RCs, they're pretty popular now and expensive. I mean, I just don't like them. I don't really want a brushless fit scale RC. I don't really see the point there. I might get a lot of hate comments on that, but you know what? That's okay. I always love responding to those just as much as I like responding to all of the comments that praise me. There it is, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. To end this video right, I just wanted to say thanks to one of my viewers and subscribers. He sent me out a tuned pipe. I did say that I had an issue here with this tuned pipe, so he was able to ship me one for free. I mean, it's one of the perks of being a YouTuber. Thanks so much for this pipe. I'm going to definitely use it. Look at it. It's purple. It's in used condition, but you know what? I like used stuff. I can really go hard on this. I'm not going to be too worried about it either way. They always wind up getting scratched here on the bottom of the chassis anyway. Thanks so much. Another one of my viewers recently purchased a Thunder Tiger TSN4. As I was flipping through the pages here in this old magazine, look at it. I came across a Thunder Tiger TSN4. Pretty cool. I always like seeing these things when they were new. I mean, there's some kind of nostalgia behind it. Look at this HPI RS4 too. I mean, tell me this is not one of the best looking Mustang bodies you've ever seen. I actually used to have this body back in the day. This is really what got me interested in the whole HPI brand. I mean, they had the bodies back then. Today, they still do.